Hello everybody, this is Court here, and welcome to my newest video for today. For today's video, I don't really know what to name today's video. I don't really know like a title for this video because I feel like the term speciesism isn't really a word, or speciesist, because that's what we're going to be talking about for today's YouTube video. So yes, today we're going to be talking about the idea or concept of being speciesist or speciesism within the furry community. Because I feel like this is a topic that I don't think most people in the community have ever heard of, but I have definitely had hands-on experience of hearing about certain people that either do believe in this or bring up this concept. And to me, it's really one of the dumbest aspects of the furry community, in my opinion. Now, I'm not trying to say that many things of the furry community is dumb. I love the community. I think it's awesome. There's a lot of great aspects to it. But there's also some really bad things to it as well. And I feel like we need to address certain things in the community that are bad to either hopefully change them or just discuss them on how to make them better. Because that's really the only way we can really grow as a community, by addressing the issues. So let me explain exactly what speciesism is before we get into my whole experience with it. Now, the concept of speciesism in the furry community is basically that you will judge someone and make up stereotypes about someone based off of their persona, or judging based off of what species they chose for their persona exactly. Some notable examples include within the community, at least based off of what I've heard, are, oh, all people that have fox personas are sluts, or all people that have wolf personas are egotistical and condescending. For me, that makes sense, but for others, I wouldn't make that assumption fully. Another stereotype is that, oh, if you have a dog persona, you're basic, or if you have a dragon persona, then you're an asshole. Now, for the certain people that might defend the whole concept and say like, oh, it makes sense to judge someone based off of their persona because it's typical that usually you'll make your persona this because you have this characteristic that relates to this species and everything and all, and I don't know, maybe like a fox is known for like lust and everything like that, but to me, it just doesn't personally add up. Like, for me at least, I feel like people are way too complex to where if you make a persona, I think there's just too many aspects in a person's life that they take to inspire their persona that you can't just limit it and condense it all down just based off of what species their persona is or certain aspects of them. Now that I basically explained what speciesism is within the furry community and I gave my own little take on it right there, let's go into my experience with how I first discovered this whole concept within the community. So let's get into that, shall we? Let's go down memory lane and get another little nice segment of story time with Seether. You know, grab a little chair, grab yourself an ice cream cone, let's get cozy by the fire. Who eats ice cream by the fire? I don't know. And let's get into story time with Seether. Now let's rewind my life back from 2020 to about the good old years of 2014 and 2015. This goes back to the time when I first got interested in joining the furry community and I started to join Skype-related furry groups. This is back when I first was interested in joining the furry community, and the first place I wanted to start to find some people to talk online who were also furries was by joining these furry-centered Skype groups that I found online through Reddit posts. The people on these Skype groups were definitely fun to talk to. I had a ton of hours where I had a lot of fun talking to people on these Skype groups, and it was a great time. Until Microsoft bought Skype and they destroyed it, and then the furries decided, you know what, we're going to build our own voice chat and text chat platform for gamers and furries, and that's when Discord was created. But Skype is what we're going to be focusing on today when it comes to learning about the speciesism thing, because that's where I saw it the most. And there were at least 2 or 3 instances I can remember of people specifically within these Skype groups telling me in voice calls, yes, I am specious. Yes, I do judge people based off of what persona species that they are. And I would just think to myself, like, why? Like, why? Like, if you're gonna meet someone within the community, why would you make just their persona be the whole reason of whether or not you should talk to them? Like, yeah, if you think like, oh, maybe like if someone has a fox persona, then they're gonna be slutty or they're gonna hit on me or anything like that, or if they're gonna ask me out or something, yeah, that might happen in a lot of cases, but that's not everyone. Like, why would you hold yourself off of making a potential friend just based off of the species of the persona? It doesn't make any sense. And maybe if you have some trauma or something like that with some people that were of this species within the community, then I guess it makes sense to an extent, but it also doesn't, because it's just, I don't know. If I personally was hurt by someone who had a fox persona or a dragon or a Sergal persona, that's not personally going to influence whether or not I talk to someone who has that species. They're not like groups or clubs from what I have heard of. I haven't ever seen like a group on any of these social media sites for furries where this group is only for people with dog personas or people with Sergal personas or anything like that. I'm sure there might be some out there, but they're not really a prevalent thing from what I've seen. And another thing to really consider when it comes to this whole speciesism thing is that I feel like it's not a very huge thing within the community, because I do feel like most of the people watching this video right now have never heard of the concept. Maybe you guys have. Let me know down in the comment section down below. But still, like, I feel like those certain few people that have that mindset that think it's a genuine thing when in reality it shouldn't be, it's just, I feel like it makes the fandom not be a really cool place to be in, because I understand that there are things going on in the real world where there is hate and there is division, because I feel like the furry community was supposed to be kind of a safe haven for that, because I always for the most part felt that the furry community was a place where you could join and it doesn't matter like what part of the world you're in or what race you are or what gender you are or what sexuality you are. But I will say I don't see it as a problem for the most part, but it's definitely something that exists with a few certain people. And again, for the most time I never see any real kind of like division based off of those things that I just listed within the community. But again, there's still those few people that just implement that stuff when it shouldn't be, and it just ruins it for me and for other people, and it kind of takes us out of that whole like escape from reality thing. And it just sucks, but hey, I'm hopeful for the most part, because again, I don't see that as a thing. I don't see people being like, no foxes allowed, or no circles or dragons or whatever's allowed. But the only thing I would ever give an exceptions for is those stupid Sparkle Dog personas. I'm just kidding, guys. No, I love you, Sparkle Dogs. Your freaking personas are eyesores, but I love you. I love you guys. Just make sure, let me just make sure I put on my pair of shades before I hug you and everything. God, I remember back when I first created Seethercord as a persona and I posted a picture of him on Imgur, someone thought that Seethercord 1.0 was a Sparkle Dog, and I felt really bad. Anyways, guys, at the end of the day, when it comes to at least me personally, whether or not I associate with you or I hang out with you or I'm friendly to you, it doesn't matter about what species you are or where you're from or anything. It depends on how you treat me. Because again, there's some people in the community that I don't talk to specifically, and that's only if they're rude to me or if they're creepy to me. For real, guys, I've had someone who wasn't mean to me, but they asked me to mail them my socks, and I was like, okay, block. I'm not exaggerating, that actually happened, guys. It's insane. Anyways, guys, that's gonna pretty much wrap up this video for you guys today. How do you guys feel about this whole concept of speciesism or judging people based off of their personas? It's really dumb. But anyways, guys, tell me how you feel down about it in the comment section down below. If you enjoy my content and want to further about my channel, please consider joining me on Patreon if you want to get access to content that you can't get anywhere else. If you want to do just a one-time donation instead of a monthly donation, please consider joining me on Ko-fi. Make sure to smash that like button, turn on that notification bell, and subscribe altogether. Make sure you check out my main gaming channel known as Seethercord Games and my no commentary gaming channel known as Seether Chills. All of that will be linked down in the description down below. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much again for watching this video. Remember to love, respect, and smile. I've been Seethercord, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, everyone. Oh, what? The gate closed on me. What?
Yeah, that's a... Oh, I got the shortcut and you didn't.
Screw you. Screw you. No!
Someone
Oh
sent
my
a
God.
blue bomb to me.